Hey Team SA, how's it going? Good week last week. The momentum is picking up. You can feel it. You know, kids are going back to school. This is the time of year right now to be absolutely piling it on. Be out there showing people, guys. First things first, I want to congratulate Moua for going director. That's an unbelievable feat. He did that in less than a year, part-time. You know, the thing about Chai, he's very diligent. And the bottom line is he does a great job at promoting the trainings. And if you look at one of the major reasons why Chai is having such good results is he leads by example. He goes to every training, he promotes the trainings, and he's getting that duplication in his business because he's had large numbers of people at his team at the trainings. And so I want to put out a huge congratulations to Chai Moua, brand new director. You know, an average director is making about $18,000 a year. You know, you'd literally have to go out and have over $500,000 invested at a 5% rate of return to do what Chai has done. He's created a $500,000 asset in 10 months, and only in network marketing is that possible. I don't know anywhere else where that can happen that fast. So congratulations to Chai. He's done a phenomenal job. He stayed focused. He's very consistent, and there's a reason why he's growing. Congratulations, Chai Moua. Super job. I want to talk a little bit about, I've been watching some of the stuff going on the Get Paid Nation contest with the Bite contest. And you guys are doing a fantastic job. A lot of you guys are just showing it wherever you go. You're showing it here, you're showing it there. It's just SMP. And that's really the key, guys. I mean, if you want to know the secret to the business, it's simple. He who shows the most wins. You know, if you add up all those showings on GPN, those are all in Eric Grzybowski's group. You know, so if you had that many showings going on in your team, you'd make the kind of money that Grzybowski makes. So that's the thing you got to focus on and get your people focused on, is just show it. Yes or no, I got to go. It doesn't matter. You just get this in front of people. Now, that being said, there are better and there's good ways to show it, and there's ways that aren't as effective. One of the worst ways I can think of to show it is just to simply text someone and say, hey, look at this video link. It's just not as powerful, guys. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are younger, and you're in the generation of texting, and I understand that, and it's cool. But, you know, the thing you have to understand, in my opinion, you know, Jim Rohn says it on his Challenge to Succeed CD. Find out what poor people do, and don't do it. Find out what poor people say, and don't say it. Find out the way they talk, and don't talk the way they talk. Find out where they go, and don't go where they go. And my opinion is, you know, again, I'm not against texting. There's a time and place for texting, guys, but I think texting is the language of the poor. I think picking up the phone call and having picking up the phone and having a conversation with someone and connecting with another human being through speech and through, you know, 90% of communication is it's nonverbal, guys. It's your tonality, it's your passion. You can't transfer any of that on a text, guys. If you're, you know, the best way to show someone this business is in person, face to face, belly to belly. There's no way to ever replace that. That is why we get paid as distributors. If you could just text people and email and mass Facebook people, the company wouldn't even need the distributorships. The distributors, we would be dispensable. They wouldn't pay us anything. So the reality is, it's the human contact. It's the human aspect that makes this business work. So in my opinion, the worst way you can show someone is to text them and just go, here, check out this link. I mean, is it better than nothing at all? Absolutely. Anything is better than nothing. You know, nothing works all the time. Everything works some of the time. But if you really want to have success, you got to pick up the phone, guys. Pick them up. Pick up the phone and call the person that you want to show. If you're going to do it that way and you're not going to meet them in person, call them up and just say, hey, you know what? Are you near a computer? If they say no, say, great, when can you be? And you hang up, okay? Now, once you get them near a computer, what you want to do is you want to say, go to this website. You know, whether you're using www.mydreamvacation.com or myvacation, you know, Vacation Sooner, whatever it is, when they get to the website, tell them to hit play and then hit pause and let it buffer. And then give them the 3-step setup, guys. I mean, that's so powerful. Lead with your why. You're going to have a much better chance of them saying yes if you just take this little bit of time and have you know, the bottom line is, a lot of times what it is people hide behind technology. They're afraid, so they send texts or they spam people on Facebooks. You know, you got to get over the fear, guys. I mean, all you're doing is show them a way to vacation at wholesale instead of retail. I mean, if they're honestly mad about that, I would delete them from my friendship book. You know, I mean, that's just, they're not going to be mad. You're just taking 15 minutes of their time. And if you lead with your why, they're going to be excited to see what you're sharing with them. So pick up the phone, do the 3-step setup, let them watch the video, and when it's over, call them back and simply ask them, what did you like best about it? And if they say travel, you go, great. Are you ready to get started? I mean, are you open to making some extra money as well? If they say yes, are you ready to get started? If they say they like the money, are you ready to get started? It's that simple, guys, but you have to, communicate. I personally believe that texting is a great method for interacting on, if you're picking someone up at the airport and you text, hey, I'm here, great. But anything more complicated than that, pick up the phone, guys. The other thing is this. I know a lot of you guys are changing phone numbers all the time. I'm telling you, there's going to be people you show this business to that the timing comes right and they try and get a hold of you a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later. It's people that can make you millions of dollars, but you change your phone number every 5 weeks, so now they have no way to get a hold of you. It's good to have a phone number that you consistently keep. It's also good to have your phone working. If your phone goes down, something goes wrong, understandable, but that should be fixed within a day, guys. We're in the business of communications. You got to have a working phone. And the last thing is this: when people leave you messages, call them back. I mean, if they're not important to you and you don't really care about them, or they're, whatever, then don't call them back. But if it's someone and you want to be successful in business and someone in your team calls you, call them back. Unless there's someone who doesn't plug into training, they don't listen, they're unteachable, then by all means blow them off, delete their messages. But if someone that's an active part of your business calls you, call them back. If someone in your upline that's a leader calls you, call them back within an hour, 2 at the most. At least text them and say, hey, I'll call you at this time. But when you don't return phone calls for days at a time and you don't respond to texts, it's very unprofessional, and you're just not going to attract successful people doing what broke average people do, which is being undisciplined, not following up, not returning phone calls. So these are all just little tiny things that you can do in order to create success in your business. So that said, guys, we got a regional coming up. Get your team registered for the regional. You want to know how Chai Moua went director? He plugs into the events. He's at the meetings. He's out there showing it. He's listening to personal growth. He hasn't missed a training since the day he started. He went to the View last year, and he has not missed an event since. That's a secret, and he promotes them to his group. Get your groups to the regionals. Get your groups to the big trainings, and you can have the kind of results Chai Moua is having if you stay consistent, stay focused, and you don't ride that roller coaster like average people do. Chai stayed very consistent in his attitude. You would never know if Chai was having a good day or a bad day, and that's why he's a director in less than 1 year, because he's consistently moving towards his goal. And the same thing can happen for every one of you guys. We are going into the best time of year, guys. People are going back to school. This thing's going to blow up. Those of you that were pushing through the summer, you're going to see the payoff now. Those of you who weren't, you're a little bit behind, but you got to start moving to get the momentum, because we're going to ride this momentum right into November, guys, and then come January 1st, it's going to explode, guys. These are 3 of the best months in our business, so get out there and show people the business consistently every day. 1 a day. Get on that 120-day crusade, and your life can be totally different in 1 year. Thanks, guys. Just wanted to shoot that little clip out to you. Hope that helps you build your business. Take care, guys.